right, let's get into Tuesday. Welcome to Tuesday, everybody. Let's go and start the day with the calendar. Always start our day on Forex Factory. So what do we got? We have Tuesday 16th, 8:30 news, call retail sales, and month on month, and retail sales month on month. So that's the only news we've got today, which is great. So after news drops, and then market opens at 9 for commodities or 9:30 for indices, then we can start hunting for a trade. Right, let's jump over to the charts, starting on NQ. Let's look at the daily here. So yesterday we were anticipating price to move higher from this internal level to external. And price did move from this level, but it also failed to push any higher, and you can see that we had quite a sell-off in the PM session. If we have a look at the mean threshold of the daily wick here, the daily candle, we can see that price was unable to close above the 50% level there and rejected. Okay, so with that in mind, and I do want to just quickly jump to ES on the daily so we can compare the two charts. In fact, what we'll do, we'll split screen that and drop ES over here. Now what we see here on ES is that NQ was unable to reach the highs, whereas ES was able to sweep the highs. So with that in mind, I'd be looking to see price move lower on ES because we have swept external liquidity, and then we want to look back to internal. Okay, we do have a volume imbalance here, which I would look at as internal. Price is reacting from that level at the moment. We may see price continue lower here. What does give me some confidence for lower prices, and the main reason for looking at both charts, is that we have SMT on the daily at the highs. So we have a bearish SMT here. NQ is showing weakness. ES showed the strength, was able to sweep the highs. Okay, so let's go back to, I've just realized as well that you probably didn't see much of that. Hopefully we saw enough. Still working on my widescreen aspect ratio. Good news is I did get my laptop back this afternoon. That was in the shop, so I'll be able to get that set up tomorrow and hopefully have a more fluid experience while using TradingView, and we don't have the cursor lagging behind and whatnot. So we'll see how we go with that tomorrow. So with that considered, we've got the SMT at the highs here. Price has left when it came down into this level, this internal level here. It has left some of that area unmitigated, So I'd be looking for price to continue lower here. So bearish, let's clear these off. Bearish on NQ on the daily. Let's drop down to the hourly. And I know London was pretty volatile from what I briefly looked at, in between cooking dinner for the family and then putting my young fella to bed. We did have a bit of a sell-off, probably not as much as I thought, but we did have a bit of a sell-off here through London. We dropped down to the 15-minute. So what we do have London and Asia highs unmitigated. Jumping back up to the hourly. So do we see any bearish price action here? Well, price came up into this hourly SIBI. And look at that, it's reacted straight off the mean threshold of that hourly bearish FVG or SIBI. So reaction, it's tested that level twice and has been unable to move higher or close above. Now looking for a change in the state of delivery. Yes, we have one at the highs here, so we'll work with that. So bearish change in the state of delivery. A recent one, well, if we're already in sell side, then we don't need to look for another change in the state of delivery unless it's a bullish one, because we're already on the sell side here. But we do have the bullish change in the state of delivery here, which gave us this leg up. So it would be interesting to see how price reacts once or if it reaches this level. So I'll be keeping an eye on that. At the moment, we are caught between bullish and bearish change in the state of delivery. I'm going to wait and see what news delivers today before confirming my narrative and logic on the or the market structure on the hourly time frame. But at the moment, I'm bearish on the daily, so we can work with that. We want to see our bias and narrative and logic or market structure aligned. Until they're both aligned, then I wouldn't look to execute. Okay, let's jump over to ES. As I already pointed out, we've got the bearish SMT at the highs. ES swept the highs where NQ did not. Here's our highs here. So if we move down, looking for an internal level for a target. I'd like to see this volume imbalance closed through. So we're anticipating price to start to move lower. Will continue its move lower today. So bearish on ES on the daily. And this level on ES, I think, will be in discount if we pull that. Or it might be right at the equilibrium. Oh, there we go. It's just in discount. That's a perfect, nice area to target for internal. If we reach this level, then we may see price continue to push out and higher. Okay, hourly, let's go. For those of you just waking up, I hope you've had a really nice night. Excited to get to the markets. See if we can get a trade away today. Okay, so on the hourly, see we swept these highs. It's these relative equal highs, or they are equal highs actually. So here's our leg that swept liquidity. So we can project our standard deviations out from here. And if we just jump back to the daily, let's see where they line up. Look at that. Bang on that internal level. I mean, it's almost exact. Pretty good area to target, in my opinion. So we did see, so this level here, if I was looking for a change in the state of delivery, that would be here. Now, price did displace to that level. We can see here we have a FEG here, and it did close below. Now, price is once again testing this change in state of delivery. So if price pushes away from here now, then I'd like to see these lows cleared off. So we also have low resistance liquidity here, failure swing, another failure swing here. So low resistance liquidity all the way through to here, and high resistance liquidity up here. And that's what we want to see. We want to see high resistance liquidity on our side of price, low resistance on the other side of price. So I'm liking ES, to me is looking a lot cleaner than NQ at the moment. So I'd be saying I'm happy to say I'd be bearish at the moment on ES across bias and our market structure. As long as this level holds here, as long as it doesn't push back through and continue higher, then this becomes invalid. All right, let's jump to CL. Actually, we'll go back to the hourly quickly on CL there. We see this is our projections from yesterday playing out nicely. Price retested the negative change in the state of delivery, or bearish change in the state of delivery. And what I really liked about this level actually is that it was aligned with a hourly FEG. So we had these swing lows aligned here, and price just reacted off that beautifully. There's even an hourly breaker here, obviously, that we marked out yesterday, which was respected. Price came down, hit our first target, and now we're at the -2. We should see these levels cleared out. So let's jump out to the daily. We'll just clear that. So I'm happy to just leave what we have here on the hourly. To me, this is still valid and still playing out. So we'll go to the daily now. We won't come back to the hourly, but we'll have a look at the daily. With all the markings still on there, I thought it was worth jumping on and having a look. So the same idea still applies here. We had this volume imbalance, high resistance liquidity at the highs here, price moving lower. This has always been my target. So price moving to this level. So I'd expect to see that cleared out today. And then we'll reassess once we're at that level and see what market structure does on the hourly. Bearish on oil. Let's go to DXY. Okay, we've still got our markings on there from yesterday, and it's still valid. So price is pushing away from this external level. No, not a huge body yesterday, but there was quite a wick to the downside. So for me, this is valid. Price is continuing up. It's great to see this. If we have a bullish idea on DXY and a bearish idea on ES and NQ, then that means they're inversely correlated assets. So that means that they're telling the truth, basically. When they're all showing the same idea, or they're all bearish, or they're all bullish, it makes you question which assets are telling the truth. So they're inversely correlated. So if we're bullish on DXY, that's good to see. Okay, we'll go to the we'll go to gold. We'll go to gold, and I think we need to look at the hourly today on DXY. Gold's an interesting one. So we got the move we anticipated. We were looking for gold to push higher, which is exactly what it did. It then closed back inside or below this external liquidity level. It's having a nice run today, isn't it? You know, we may see these highs come into play. All right, let's sit neutral on gold for now. Jump down to the hourly. Let's clear that up. Okay, looks pretty bullish to me. The order flow is pretty clean. Continuing to respect bullish order flow. Bullish PDRA is being respected. I like this. We had a swing high here aligned. Price just bouncing off that. It's not quite aligned, but this is good to see. Price continuing to push higher. If we go back to and run our projections out, let's see where price is at. So we've managed to close above the -2 now, so we can anticipate price to expand to the -4. Okay, I like that. I like that a lot. I'm going to remain bullish on gold. we'll see how we go. Let's do it. Let's see where the jump out to the daily quickly and just see. So that -4, it's very close to align with those highs. So I like that. All right. Okay, guys, I'm going to wrap it up there so I can get this in the community before market open. Tomorrow, pre-market, we have a midweek market meetup in Ashtrade's free Discord, in the Ash Capital Discord. I'll put the link in the description. Please come and join in, guys. That'll be at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay, so it's 7 a.m. New York time tomorrow. I'd love to see you guys in there. We can have a chat. We can look at the daily, look at the charts for the day. It'd be great to have the community in there and involved. Happy to answer questions and go through the charts with you guys. Make sure to jump on those My Funded Futures starter evals. They're great. I've got a couple of 50Ks going at the moment. I think they're the best value out there. Please use code Jimmy. Greatly appreciate the support. Grab my book if you haven't already. It's in the description. I'm really enjoying putting all this info out there for you guys. So I hope you're getting the value that you're seeking. I just want to see all of us traders excel